I'm Stephen John Drew from the official GonnaGeek.com show, a weekly geek news podcast that is a part of the Gonna Geek Network, just like the show you're checking out now. Shows on the network are individually owned, and opinions expressed may not reflect others. Find other awesome geeky shows at GonnaGeekNetwork.com.
It's December 2025, and after 41 seasons of the much-loved Australian soap opera Neighbours, production is wrapped. Amazon, after renewing the show in 2023, have decided to cancel the show, and fans across Australia, New Zealand, and particularly the UK aren't happy about it. They're angry, in fact. They want more Neighbours. So, as an Australian, I've never really got into Neighbours or Australian TV in general, to be honest, but specifically shows like Neighbours and even a more localised show like Home and Away, incredibly popular here, but I still never got the Neighbours thing. I was aware that it was really popular in other countries. I really didn't have context on the UK, just how big it is over there and how much of an institution it happens to be, until I met an Englishman who moved to my local area here in Australia, and he was fanatical about Neighbours. It didn't matter what was happening socially or whether we were out doing something. Neighbours, it was 5 days a week when it was on, and it was on most of the year. 5 days a week, every day, same time, same place. That friend of mine, who apparently wasn't an unusual fan, lots of people he knew in the UK were just as big a fans as him. He was there in front of the TV watching Neighbours. No activity was more important to him, and from what I can gather, to a Neighbours fan, than being there ready for Neighbours every day of the week. I really had no context on how a soap opera would fit into people's lives. They're not just television shows, they're life, their experience, their comfort, their companionship. They're always there and they're always reliable. And we don't have that in a lot of aspects of media, that there's a reliability to the product. Whether you think soap operas are good, bad, or otherwise, that's beyond the scope of today's episode. But Neighbours held a special place across multiple cultures, time zones, hemispheres. It was just that popular and that important to fans of the show that a second cancellation within a couple of years is just too much. So the internet is on fire right now in December 2025, basically calling out Amazon. One particular user of Twitter, Alison Tinling, who has been spreading the hashtags BringBackNeighbours and hashtag SaveNeighbours, she said on the 28th of December, quote, BBC One, Channel 5_TV and Amazon MGM Studio have made a commitment to Neighbours, but let it go and let us down. The love for the show by fans has not waned, so why have we lost it again? We're still here, and we're not going anywhere. Hashtag BringBackNeighbours, end quote. So I don't love Neighbours, Alison, but I do love that tweet. That's straight to the point. Amazon, you got a shed load of positive press in Australia and in the UK in 2023 for renewing the show after the 22 cancellation. Just to pull the pin shortly after, it's not good enough. And I understand why people like Alison are annoyed. To have a whole fandom adopt a new form of technology, seek out Amazon products to be able to watch the show, advocate for Amazon, spread the word amongst all the Neighbours communities that the show has been saved by Amazon and is going to be available on Amazon, to then very quickly just pull the plug on the whole deal, I get it. I get why they're angry. Also, surely an entire season of Neighbours cost less than one episode of The Rings of Power. It wasn't a financial decision. Amazon isn't short of a buck. It feels to me, and this is just pure speculation, that Amazon thought, oh, there is a cult level appeal to this show, but a mass level audience. We can get penetration into this market, into the minds and the mind share of Neighbours fans, and spread Amazon Prime and other Amazon platforms into the zeitgeist of Australia at a deeper level, New Zealand at a deeper level, and more so maybe than anywhere, the UK at a deeper level. It could be seen as a really astute marketing and promotional move, but to me, it's just a pretty crappy thing to do to a very, very caring fandom. I'll just go back to Alison's tweet here. Quote, "At Amazon MGM Studio have made a commitment to Neighbours, but let it go and let us down." End quote. Perfectly said, Alison. Congratulations. Once again, a beautiful tweet. Biting, pointed, yet straight from the heart of a fan. Couldn't be better. So, just for the Neighbours fans that might be listening to this, I wanted to leave you with something a little special today, a piece of audio, courtesy of the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, so the ABC. It's our public broadcaster here in Australia. It's a short chunk of audio featuring just a little news story about where some of the wardrobe and some of the props for a show that went for 41 seasons ended up in the city of Melbourne earlier in 2025. You're going to hear, just in this short clip, once again, courtesy of the ABC, an incredible amount of passion that you might not realise could ever exist for a soap opera. Okay, to Neighbours fans, I'm sorry this happened. To Amazon, it's time for you guys to show up or shut up and give Neighbours another season. Okay, guys, here's the audio from the ABC. Thank you so much for listening. If you're a Neighbours fan, let me know. I haven't watched the show. We can't talk about the show, but we can certainly talk about your love for the show. My name is Josh. Thank you to the Gunner Geek Network. Check out gunnergeek.com. Loads of great shows there. I can't wait to speak to you again in 2026, but until then, be safe, be happy, and bye for now.
This op shop in Melbourne's Outer East has 3 truckloads of stuff from the show out the back. Lamps, school bags, even prop hospital records.
I was hoping to find something from the high school, so a backpack, a school dress.
I've got a little horse ornament that has been in the set of Neighbours. I recognised it.
Just to have some little memento would be really nice. Treasure it.
The op shop is collecting people's details and will auction off the more precious items down the track, but some fans think this stuff should be in a museum.
It's very Aussie that things would end up in an op shop.
It's an interesting choice that they went to donate it, but I think they must have had so much to get rid of that they had no choice but to donate it.
I think it's like sort of giving back to the people that watch the show and that appreciate the show, which I do and I still do.